So much for your divine grace.
Well, howdy there, cowboy or cowgirl. Around these parts, I'm known as the Dad Panther, variety streamer, content creator, and master of none. And today we're going to talk about Western. Well, not all the Westerns, but a Western movie I checked out on Netflix quite some time ago. And I felt like I've been fooled. I've been hoodwinked, if you would say. Well, this is another episode from the Critics Collective. Now, the movie we're going to go ahead and gander at is a murder. Murder at the Yellowstone. What am I doing? The Murder at the Yellowstone City. Okay, this came out in 2022. Now, if you're a Netflix executive, I want you to continue watching. If you're not and you subscribed and you're brand new and you're subscribing for the first time, appreciate it. Hit that button, follow, like. But if you're a Netflix executive, I'm talking to only you. Okay. If you're not a Netflix executive in the marketing, PR, advertising, sponsorship area, just stay here, let it run, obviously for analytic reasons, but just cover your eyes and your ears. Okay. Now, dear executive, now, understand, I'm a former Blockbuster employee. I've been with y'all since day one. I remember telling my managers, like, "Hey, this shit gonna kill y'all with the DVD and the red packaging that sometimes was busted by the time I got home. Y'all didn't even have the best packaging when you first started. I mean, before the red packaging, where like if I was watching a season, I had to mail the season back for episode or disc one to get California Cation disc two back. So I'm just saying I've been here since day one. I love what you're doing with the place. If I could, now that we can't share passwords and a multitude of other things, I do appreciate that you don't take rated R material and sit it in the front of the screen for my kids. I do, as a parent, the parents in the room, love the fact that you have some adult content that we can watch whenever the hell we want to, and you don't judge us, and it doesn't pop up anywhere, and we appreciate that. We do enjoy the fact that you signed WWE. We got Raw. We got some documentaries and stuff coming out. So but I mean, you're spending all that money, and some of it is good. We do not appreciate the Electric State and some movies that are like it. Let's spend less money on some of those maybe. And I probably the last one before we kick off this review on this movie is the recently added that you put at the bottom. Yes, there's some things that are recently added, and there's some things that are recently added, but they're old. And this one got me. I thought it was a brand new movie. It was not. And I'm pretty sure your marketing team knew that. And the numbers show and it works. Just maybe put something like new movie at the bottom, right? Just put new movie. And then for the other one, you could recently added, which lets us know, yeah, it's not new, but it's recently added. Now I understand recently added can mean both. It's kind of like the meme, same but not same, but same. All right. So let's go on first impression. So first impression of this movie, Murderer at Yellowstone City, which runs at 2 hours. If you've been here, you know how I feel by just telling you this movie is 2 hours long. This came out in 2022. It's a cool movie poster. Now Netflix has a look of a guy, African American. He's got his gun or something. He's got his hat all turned sideways, and he looked familiar, but I didn't know what. So I was like, "Hey, it's new. I'm gonna watch it, review it, let you know if you should waste your time on it." Now, the highs and lows. The lows was this movie's not very good, though. You got Dreyfuss in it. There is a good cast in it. There's a lady, I can't remember what her name is right now, but there is a really good cast that is here. There's a good setting. Everybody looks good. Those are pros I'm kind of saying because I like to go from the bottom. But the negatives was this movie was too long without a story that was full of depth. Now, what IMDb says about this movie is a former slave. We don't read these. We read them live. A former slave arrives in Yellowstone City, Montana. I guess they're just right on the wave of Yellowstone. Desolate former boomtown, now in decline. Looking for a place to call home on that same day, a local prospector. What's that word? Prospector? Prospector. Yeah, I don't know why I butchered that, but discovers gold and is murdered. that about, I guess, sums it up. I didn't know he was a former slave. Did I miss something in that? I mean, I understood the looks. Don't get me wrong. I understood the looks. Go check our episode of Sinners. It's not the same thing, but everybody's talking about it. You know, it's provocative. It gets the people going. I had no clue about that at all. I guess that makes sense. Now, this movie was just bad. It was just not a good movie. It's telling. If this is the poker, and I'm looking at my cards, and you're like, he's telling what his hands are. This is not a very good movie. And it's unfortunate because it does have some elements that you would want to see more of, but just not enough. Just not enough. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. It's just not enough here for me. Now, the guy that I was thinking about, that I was like, I seen somewhere, Isaiah Mufasa, Mufasis. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I believe he's notoriously famous for being the Old Spice guy. Look at my hand. Look here. Look here. Look there. Look there. They're diamonds. Now look back. There are 1 million subscribers. He was that guy. Now he's been in other stuff like Hometown and some other things I've seen him in, but this role he has more of a co-starring role in it. Though he only has 5 lines. He talks in almost rhymes and poems, very intellectual. And at one point, one of the co-stars says to him, "You sound educated," and he looks back and he's thinking what we normally say in today's life when somebody's like, "Hey, you articulate your words." So Ann Camp was the actor that was talking to him, and I love Ann Camp. She's been in some stuff, and Pitch Perfect, I think she's been in as well. But anyways, then there's a scene, and I'm not spoiling anything. There's the person that finds gold. They're mentioned that this is part of the story. He's just the loudest motherfucker ever. So when he does get murdered, it's like, oh fucking duh, motherfucker. You found gold during the gold rush. And then you're running around. I got gold. I found gold. And then man, I listen, it's let's go ahead and just rate this motherfucker at this point. Like, there's a point in here where they're singing a gospel song, and just me, I love details. I like going back. I was like, this movie's so bad that I think okay. It's a 0. If you're just curious, I think this movie's so bad. It's a 0. This movie's so bad that I think that the song they chose isn't right. Something's not right. I don't know what it is, but around these parts, something ain't right. And something wasn't right. The movie was like in the 1800s, late 1800s. The song in which they chose to sing wasn't discovered until like 30 years after the time that they placed. And I was like, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. So I don't know exactly why this was made. I don't know why the execution is what it is. I don't care to find out. I've wasted 2 hours of my life. I can never get back. I can never get back. But you saved so much. You sat here for less than 15 minutes and you heard us out. All we ask is 3 minutes. Check us out for 3 minutes. Let us know, what should we be watching? What are you watching? Let us know in the comments. What Westerns are you looking for? Because this isn't The Harder They Fall. That's on Netflix. You can check that out. Maybe I'll do a review. I'll say maybe, because Lingo does not like me making promises out here I can't keep. It's not Tombstone, the Django, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. It is not Killers of the Flower Moon. That's not what this is. It's not The Hateful Eight. It's not The Magnificent Seven. It's not Unforgiven. It's not The Reverence. You can go ahead and put in the comments other Western movies. I enjoy Westerns. My dad watched them. I grew up watching them. Sometimes I do GTA role playing where I play a shop owner, and I'm out there serving these drinks, keeping these whiskeys, keeping them warm. So I enjoy a hell of a whiskey and a Western. I got a slip right there, a little fraudulent slip, whatever the phrase is. But anyways, yeah, this movie's not very good. And you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. And we greatly appreciate that. Till next time, cowboys and cowgirls, kalika lika low.